Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rebels TV, our third episode for season 2016, and already drawing rave reviews from throughout the football community. Shaun Kelly's my name, in the host chair as always. Joining me once again this week after his A+ performance last week is AFL Victoria Talent Manager Phil Partington. Pardo, welcome back, bud.
Great, Shaun, how are you?
Had to get you back on, mate. The reviews were absolutely glowing last week, so we thought, well, if it works, we'll stick with it.
Well, that's right. We had nearly 89,000 hits or views on the website, so to get that sort of coverage was pretty good. Not quite sure it's because of my lovely head, but that's because of yours.
Oh, I wouldn't think so either. Mine's not all that flash as well. But let's move on, mate. Let's have a look at round 2 last week. A look back at our game up at Bendigo, up at the QEO against the Dandenong Stingrays. And after a solid start, unfortunately, it was the Dandenong Stingrays 10-11-71, defeating the Rebels 5-11-41. Bit disappointing, really. I thought we controlled the game pretty well in the first half. Kicked the opening couple of goals of the game. You can see a ripper right here by Isaac Johnson, the second goal of the game as well. But third quarter, had the momentum, but just missed some opportunities.
Look, we had the first 5 scoring shots in the third quarter, and I think 4 of those were gettable goals. And if we kick those goals, there's scoreboard pressure on the Dandenong Stingrays, and anything can happen there. So there was a bit of wind as well, but the last quarter we sort of fell away. We had a few injuries. Jacob Wheelhand concussion, and also Tommy Williamson with an elbow problem as well. So we had our issues there on the bench with a few guys going down.
But you didn't see Joey Harrison after half time.
No, correct. But look, the Dandenong Stingrays are a very good team and a good program. So look, we'll be better off for that run, and we're looking forward to round 3 in 2 weeks' time.
Some positives come from the game, though. Obviously, defensive structures were a lot better than the week before. Held the Stingrays to just 71 points for the day as well. And some good signs with 3 of our first-choice players out, including 2 first-choice midfielders in Berry and McCluggage. Some blokes standing up. James Gow was really good. Willem Drew was really good. And Todd Clyde in his first game really gave us some bite inside as well.
He did. I was very impressed with Willem Drew. Willem's went into the midfield, controlled the game, off originally best on ground for both teams. He was strong in the air. His first choice with the ball was really good, and we're very pleased with his performance. And hopefully things will go his way for Vic Country selection later on in the week.
Yeah, they will indeed. Speaking of Willem Drew, we did have a chat to him after the game because, as you said, he was fantastic on the weekend and quite unanimously voted as our Mars player of the day. So we caught up with Willem after the recovery session over at the Bendigo Aquatic Centre after the game. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
Mars player of the day for round 2, Willem Drew. Well, congratulations on your game today, mate. Pretty tough game against the Dandenong Stingrays.
Yeah, no, it was. It was a solid hit out against the Dandenong Stingrays, and unfortunately we didn't get the win, but we took some positives out of it, and we'll move on to next week.
Chance to get some time through the midfield today. It's a pretty good time as well, and leading possession getter on the day. How did you think your game went today?
Yeah, overall I was reasonably happy with my game myself. Just trying to get a few kicks and send it into the forward line, but as a team we sort of struggled to convert on the scoreboard and get it inside 50. So something to improve on.
Unfortunately, Zip 2 start just means round 3 is going to be a pretty big game against the Murray Bushrangers. A couple of weeks to prepare for it now. What's your next couple of weeks going to entail? Yeah,
on school holidays at the moment, so go back to Warrnambool and just jump in the beach next couple of days, and then keep training back at Croydon on Tuesday night, and then up to Ballarat Thursday with the Rebels again, and then move on to Murray Bushrangers next week or 2 weeks away.
Beautiful. Congratulations on your game today, Willem. Thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thanks, Shaun.
Willem Drew, our Mars player of the day for round 2. Brought to you by Mars, and of course, Rebels TV brought to you by our fantastic friends at McDonald's Ballarat. Don't forget, grab their footy box now, $29.95 to feed a whole army, or if you're just after the one, the footy fan meal, $10.95 down there as well. And I know quite tasty stuff down there. We probably shouldn't be eating it if we talk to the nutritionist, Pardo, but blokes like you and me just can't seem to stay away.
Well, the boys can make healthy choices as well, bringing out to McDonald's as well. So we're very thankful for the support that McDonald's Ballarat give the Rebels over many, many years.
And of course, you saw the footy ladders last week they had in there. Grab one of those when you get your fan footy box. We touched on before the player of the day the fact that we had a couple of first choice players missing last week. Jared Berry, Hugh McCluggage and Jared Corra were in. Pretty good reason why they were missing as well. All selected to play for Australia in an AFL Academy game up against the Werribee VFL side as a curtain raiser to the Collingwood-Richmond game at the MCG on Friday night. And in particular, congratulations to Jared Berry, named the captain of the Australian team. A pretty big honour, mate.
Oh, it certainly was. I know Jared was over the moon getting announced as the captain for Australia, and had the opportunity to watch it on afl.com.au on the Friday night, which is great coverage for the boys. But just seeing them playing against bigger bodies, the Werribee Football Club, and they were competitive again for the first half, and the bigger bodies shown out after that. But yeah, having three boys, and Hugh McCluggage played very well as well, and Jared Corriver was quite solid down back. So those three boys now have another opportunity this Saturday against the Geelong VFL team at Skills Stadium. So looking forward to how they go, and performing well on that stage.
Yeah, very good to see the boys, and Berry and McCluggage in particular named in the best players on the weekend. Time to go to one of our regular segments here on Rebels TV. We debuted this one last week, Pardo, and it's fair to say it was a hit. Inside 60, we saw Cal Wellings last week take to the inside 60 stage, and it's pretty good. Dug the knife into a couple as well. I don't think Jacob Wheelham was quite impressed with being named most annoying teammate.
No, and look, Charlie Lee this week, and Charlie's a boy that's moved down from Warrnambool, down to Ballarat to further his football this year as a 19-year-old, and working at a great sponsor in McCallum Industries in the laundry there. So be interesting what the big fella has to say.
Let's have a look at it now. Inside 60, episode number 2 for the year with Charlie Lee.
Chaswick. Full forward. Matthew Lloyd. South Warrnambool. Experienced. Shannon Becks. Lemons. Lemons because he's too funny. Winning the premiership South. Bloke from South Warrnambool, Tom Dwyer. Bailey McDonald from Croydon.
Inside 60 with Charlie Lee. Very, very interesting stuff there. I reckon there's a couple of boys that might be a bit sour with Charlie when we next come to training.
Well, that's right. We haven't got training on Thursday night, so it's probably good for you, Charlie. But we encourage the boys to have a bit of fun with each other, and they're great mates off the field and on the field, which is great for us.
Yeah, that's what Inside 60 is all about, getting to know the players in a bit of a different environment. Speaking of next week, you just mentioned no training this Thursday night. Development round for the TAC Cup teams this weekend. No TAC Cup footy. I think there is actually one standalone game between a couple of the Metro clubs that are playing this weekend and drawn it forward from round 7 or something like that. But for the rest of the TAC, weekend off because there's some Vic Country trial games happening this weekend, and we'll see some names on the Rebels website tomorrow about our players that have been selected for these trials.
Yeah, surely have a few boys selected in those trial games. So there's 2 games. The first game's at 10:30 against Queensland, and 1 o'clock against New South Wales at Icon Park, which is the old Visi Park in Carlton. So looking forward to for the people to get down there and watch those, support those boys. So yeah, we'll let those names out later in the week. But yeah, we're pretty excited, and a good opportunity for those boys to play again in front of the AFL recruiters against interstate teams.
Yep, and for the boys that obviously aren't in the Vic Country squad, it's a good chance for them either to rest up for the rest of the season, or if their local footy teams have started, a chance to go back, play local footy. They'll be training at their clubs Thursday night, obviously, this week, and then a chance to go back and play local footy. I know the Hampton League starts this week, so there'll be quite a few boys in action there.
That's one thing we really do encourage the boys to go back to local footy if they're fit and well, and the boys have had a high workload, so some boys may rest, some boys may not play, but hopefully from what they've learned from the Rebels program over the last 6 months with training, they can go back and show how they've improved at local level from being involved with the Rebels. So good luck to those boys playing local football this weekend. That's
Rebels TV done and dusted for another week. Thanks, of course, to you, Pardo, for another fantastic edition.
Nice.
Thanks to all of our fantastic sponsors. You'll see them all up in a minute. Particular thanks to McDonald's Ballarat, our naming rights partners. All-day breakfast available at McDonald's right now. So if you've got a hankering for a bacon egg McMuffin, you can get one at any time throughout the day. That's all we've got for this week. Join us again next Wednesday for more Rebels TV right here on the Rebels website.